yes, you're watching Healthy Living, your regular program on Asset Television. Health is beautiful, health is life, health is everything you need in life. Are you a career personnel? Are you a farmer? Are you a business man? You need health, not just health, quality health, good one. Without health, you're zero, capital zero. You can do anything in life. A wealthy man needs health. So health is everything that you need in life. That's why we're bringing this program to your doorstep. As we watch this program, we'll be educating you on health, different kinds of health. For instance, you're not sleeping, you're sleepless, at night you don't sleep. There's a solution for it. Or you just suddenly wake up and you're feeling headache, and you don't know the causes. There's a solution for it. And everything that has to do with your body, there's always a solution for it. So don't be scared. Some people just wake up and they discover that one of their hand or leg is paralyzed. What is the cause? Something must have caused it. So health is your life. Your life is health. There's no two ways about it. That's why you must not play with this program, because this program is very, very essential to you. You must pay attention to watch this program, as we'll be bringing a lot of topics for you to watch. So with me here, I have Dr. Chima Anthony. Dr. Chima, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much.
So this week, we'll be discussing on monkeypox. Yes, M-Pox. What is M-Pox? We're actually in the week of M-Pox. So don't go away. We're taking a short break now. When we come back, we'll give you details, information. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television. Welcome to Asset Television.
Welcome back on Healthy Living. So, doctor, we're talking about monkeypox. And I'm meant to understand that this week is a week of M-Pox, which that's monkeypox. Before we know what is M-Pox, I want to ask Doctor this particular question, because there are times we see much on the road. We see group of health personnel on the road, and when you ask them, they'll say there's a particular this, a particular that. Maybe this is a malaria week or cancer week and all of that. And I keep wondering, how do you know that this is cancer week? How do you know that this is malaria week? How do you know that this is monkeypox week? Dr. So, can you just tell us?
Okay, thank you very much. When you hear about the march or the week, any health week, cancer, breast cancer, malaria, these are dates picked internationally, maybe by the World Health Organization or the United Nations. These are weeks or days to mark these diseases, so that it will create an awareness, like a reminder to people that such diseases occur. When you talk about the malaria week, during the malaria week, a lot of information are given out, lots of drumming, maybe lots of malaria outreaches and all that. Now it is to create the awareness, the remembrance that there are
such
outbreaks,
or diseases
that
going
exist.
on for that week.
So yeah, exactly, so that you can create a reminding situation to all.
Do you have a diary for this? That I know that, okay, I'll go to my diary and I know that, okay, this is malaria week.
Yes.
I'll start mobilizing my health colleagues or personnel,
exactly,
to go out for a march work.
Yes,
that's what we call water day.
Exactly. You have customer service day, customer service
Excuse
week,
me.
all that. You have customer service week, customer service day, and all that. Yes, just the way these things are already fully documented, so they exist. Now, just as you remember, I think customer week should be coming sometime in November or thereabout. It's a period where you know everybody, you deal with business.
Sorry, do they have lactation week as well?
What's that?
Lab week. Those in the
Lab,
technical department. I don't know.
They are also involved
everything
in.
is week.
Yeah, they're also
That time I
involved.
wanted to talk about something else. So I think that week was hepatitis, something like that. I was like, I wanted to talk about something else. How come this?
So you know, yes,
those kind of.
In a nutshell, yes, these exist because these weeks, these days or weeks.
So what is the significance of this particular week? Day for the epidemic.
Okay, when there is, you see, like I'll give you an instance with the COVID now.
Yes.
When there was outbreak of COVID, the COVID virus was very important. The reason why that outbreak came up was because I think the world relaxed and there was a mutation. It's suspected that there was a mutation, so that's why you had a different strain that came out and was causing this problem to the world. Now, with such an existence, people now know, with that the World Health agencies now will set up a day or a week to drum up support that look, such things exist, respiratory issues exist.
But since that day of the COVID, we've not had COVID week. Okay, so
that was the outbreak. That's now just
okay. What's telling me that the week
there's a difference. Wow. There's a difference between outbreak and the week. Like lately in Nigeria, we were having cholera. We had an outbreak of cholera. Now the cholera, there was an outbreak of cholera differently, but the World Awareness Day for cholera is different, right? Okay. Now when you have an outbreak of cholera, that means at that period the whole world or the localities running.
Yeah. Does that mean that the outbreak will now is through the outbreak of that particular disease that they will not draw a timetable for remembrance?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. What happens is this: when as I was trying to explain, when there is an outbreak for, like when we had the outbreak for cholera, as I was saying.
Yeah.
Now, the outbreak, when you know an outbreak is when it's being reported in different localities at the same time.
Okay.
Like we are in Abuja now.
Yes.
You tell me.
Happening in Lagos.
Yes. Kaduna is having outbreak of cholera. Port Harcourt, Kano, Abuja, Jos. You know, so you know that is an outbreak of cholera. Okay. So cholera is at that moment prevailing. But the World Cholera Week or the World Cholera Day has been chosen internationally, irrespective of, and the reason why it was chosen was because such disease has ever occurred. Now, because of the occurrence of that disease, to create awareness, drum up information and support, a day will be marked out so that everybody, all stakeholders, will remember.
Okay, it's not as in that particular day that they will now use it to draw out.
No, it's not necessary for that. Wow. Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. So, Doctor, I want us to discuss about the history of this M-Pox. What's the history of this M-Pox? How did it come about?
Okay, M-Pox is a zoonotic disease. When you say zoonotic disease, it's a zoonotic disease that is shared between animals and man. Now, when there are people that would maybe come in contact with animals, they could have their own diseases. Those human beings might have their own diseases that they harbor in them, and then when they come in contact with some animals, they release their own disease to those animals. Those animals too can suffer from the same thing.
How do they not release this disease to the animals?
Yeah, there are various ways. Like for instance, when you have things like tuberculosis, people go to the zoo. Now, if somebody has tuberculosis and he goes to the zoo, he could release droplets of the infected tuberculosis. Then when those animals pick it, when other people now come, those viruses, those bacteria would have been embedded in those animals. Once they're there and other visitors come in, that's how they share. So when you talk about a zoonotic disease,
you mean through hailing, animals actually contact this disease?
Yes, you could contact diseases by exhalation.
Probably when affected person.
Yes, they're affected. Yes, when an infected person, most especially these infections come up when an infected person comes in contact with an uninfected animal, or when an infected animal comes in contact with an uninfected human being. So that's what it calls zoonotic diseases. They are shared between man and animals. Those are like typhoid that are also zoonotic diseases. The monkeypox in this case is zoonotic. Coronavirus related are also
But sorry, monkey now are supposed to be kept in the bush or are found in the bush.
Yes.
So how come that animal and human being are not having contact with this disease of a thing?
Okay. In the sense of the history of monkeypox, it was believed, I think the first isolated case of monkeypox was sometime in 1958 in DR Congo, where you call DR Congo today.
Congo.
Yes.
There's a country
Now,
called Congo.
yes. It was suspected that when visitors went to where they have those animals, those monkeys in captivity, it was believed that was how the first infection
That means they must
came
have
about.
a lot of monkeys in
Yes, so it's possible.
Wow.
So when they came in contact with it, so now it was believed that when it was after these people went to such location, then they came in contact with such animals, and then that was after leaving those bushes where some of those animals were, then they now reported that this particular strain of the virus. So the monkeypox virus, or the M-Pox, actually the former name is monkeypox, but the name today is M-Pox. The reason why the name has been changed from monkeypox to M-Pox, in the...
Oh, you see the same monkey,
yes,
whether M or monkey, it's still the same monkey.
in the world, in the international nomenclature of diseases and viruses and all that, the name, we had to change, that name had to be, the name monkeypox had to be changed. So it does not cause, there is a charter for that. I think there's one international charter on protection of, so that you don't cause this segregation, So if you keep calling it monkeypox, it looks as if it's not very confirmed that
People
it's
might be
monkeypox.
fighting or whatever.
And there is no outright confirmation that it's actually from monkeys. So just not to cause that very, very precise dichotomy, the name was just shortened to M-Pox, but in a way it's still monkeypox. But today the name is more popularly accepted as M-Pox.
Yes, M-Pox. Yeah, I prefer that M-Pox to that monkeypox, because it just look like monkey.
Yeah.
There are people that are even scared of monkey.
Exactly.
So when you now call monkeypox,
so the way the monkeypox now, or the M-Pox, came about was, as I was trying to explain to you, it was initially in DR Congo. So that's about the history now. So around sometime in 1970, that was when it actually started affecting human beings, started having issues with human beings. Then that's where they kept on isolating it. From then, another outbreak came up later
do
in
people
1988.
really keep monkeys in their house?
Yeah, some people domesticate monkeys. Even in Nigeria, people domesticate monkeys. And then sometimes, because
it's
of
not
this,
common anyway, because
anyway,
I've not seen.
And people, foreigners,
Except for foreigners,
to visit what do you call it? To visit all those locations or localities where you have monkeys. They now have that opportunity of coming in contact with such animals in the wild.
That's how take it to their home and probably to rear them or to do fun things with them.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll go on a short break now, and when we come back, we'll discuss further. Don't go away.
Welcome to Ascent Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Ascent Television. Welcome to Ascent.
Okay, because you're just joining us, you're watching Healthy Living. So, Doctor, I want us to talk about the pathogenesis of this M-Pox.
Okay. when you talk about the pathogenesis of M-Pox, is how the M-Pox prevails itself or presents itself in an individual. Many a times, yes, particularly in humans, it presents itself with lesions. The M-Pox and the smallpox are in practically the same family.
When you talk of lesion, you're talking of many
lesions. No, lesions. That's the signs it shows.
Okay, the
lesions.
signs.
It comes with scabs, papules.
That's medical terms.
So with some of all those lesions, it almost presents itself with that of smallpox. Smallpox has already been eradicated in the world, right? But they belong to the same family. So sometimes you might have a crisscrossing between the M-Pox and the smallpox, but smallpox has already been eradicated.
So you made mention of M-Pox and smallpox.
Yes, smallpox and M-Pox are practically in the same family. They are otoviruses.
You mean we have smallpox?
Yeah, there used to be an outbreak of smallpox.
Is this still caused by same M-Pox?
They are the same family. They are brothers and sisters.
Okay, same family.
Yes.
It's not as if it's directly caused by the M-Pox.
They are brothers and sisters. They come
Wow.
from the same family. The otoviruses
Okay,
family.
probably that's a topic for another day.
Okay, if you say so. So they present themselves with similar lesions.
Okay.
Then back then the world used to have problem with smallpox, but smallpox has already been eradicated through vaccination. So now the same M-Pox comes in the same. So you may be having those same kind of lesions too, but to present with the same kind of disease infection. You have those scabs on the body.
I think it's pox,
yes,
right?
they come with. They actually will come with. The scabs or the pox is the same thing. It's what you call the same pox.
Yeah.
You see it, those lesions that will come
Yeah.
on the body. So and then you will have
Some are big,
other.
some are tiny.
Yes, that's why it's at different stages.
Okay.
You understand?
But what is the worst stage for that pause? That scars?
Yeah, the scabs when it becomes, it could not become so
Is
calcified.
when
it
it's
is boiled. It
big,
looks like a
big,
boil.
look white.
Yes, exactly. It could look like a boil, and then the healing. It has a healing process too. So depending on these different stages. But once it starts, it's the first thing you see something like a boil somewhere, something maybe on the face or on the trunk, anywhere in the body before it will now keep spreading.
Okay.
Then you have other lesions that will come up with you. You have.
But does it affect your
headaches.
visuals? Does it affect your sound?
If the lesion appears around your eyes or your tongue and all that, you have pains. You must experience pains.
But it's not changing the color of your eyes or
not really. It doesn't even. It's more of the limbs that it comes on all the other parts of the limbs. That's where they have the only greatest difference between smallpox and monkeypox is that smallpox causes lymphoadenopathy. That's swelling of the lymph nodes. The lymph nodes in your body is where it's like the filter of your body. It filters every disease, virus, or anything that gets into your body, dust. So those lymph nodes, depending on where, there are different lymph nodes in different parts of the body. So, but smallpox don't cause lymphoadenopathy, but M-Pox will cause that swelling of your lymph nodes. Now, with that,
So when you have this pus in your body, is it advisable to cover your body? Or you just expose it probably for air?
It depends on where if you're in the midst of people, once you're infected with monkeypox or M-Pox, it's advisable you seclude yourself from others. So as much as possible you could leave it open, then so that you can have you could be a little bit more comfortable.
Does it break down your immune system?
Yes.
That you can just lift anything, you can just do anything.
Exactly.
Just down, totally down.
Yes. That's what I was trying to explain to you. You have it's going to compromise your immune system very well. You could have, it comes with headache.
Very serious case.
It comes with headaches. It can come with back pain. You'll have back pain. You have weariness, weakness, just almost similar signs with sickness.
Yeah.
So, but the extra part of it is those scabs, lesions, and papules and pustules that you have around your body. What you could call boils, depending on the color.
Boils.
Yes.
You
Then
mean it has colors as well? It has very
what you call from
it comes with color.
No, not
Okay.
about colors. If there is a swelling now on your skin, pustules, papules, those are just differences because some could be very reddish, some will be more whitish. So that's left for your doctor to find out what you're experiencing at that time. And then one more thing is that the M-Pox, to some extent, it has an incubation period, maybe 7 to 14 days. Sometimes it could move up to 21 days before it will start showing signs on you, on the individual. So it depends on who is who. Some people have better immune system, so they could the incubation period could be lengthier than. But the main thing is that when the lesion starts, it's clear sign that there is smallpox, there is M-Pox. Sorry, please. And then to some extent, the recovery rate is quite high.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are the symptoms of this M-Pox? How do I know that I have M-Pox?
Just as we were mentioned now, you amongst those boils, those scabs,
apart from
those lesions,
scars, there's any other symptoms that you can know
the
that
swelling. Like within this period that we are now, that there is an outbreak, global outbreak. So when you start seeing some kind of swelling or boil-like appearance on your skin, maybe you're having headache, you're having weariness.
But it doesn't lead to blindness, right?
No.
Okay, doesn't it make you to be dumb and then you can't speak?
No. They amongst the things that it depends. That's why it will depend on the person's immune system. Diseases
can lead to all this.
Diseases
depending on your immune system.
If your immune system is fully compromised, there could be it could predispose you to a secondary infection.
Okay.
Assuming people now that have, if somebody is infected with HIV, something like HIV, and monkeypox comes in, it can predispose the person. The immune status of that person has already been compromised. So you should expect that with time, other secondary infections could come in. So if infection that has to do with the eye comes in, if that person is predisposed to having cataract or having any eye issues, that something will happen to the eye. If something is also involved in around the nasal or oral regions, you can expect the person to have maybe that issue with speech and all that. Yes.
The M-Pox of the thing, is it sexually transmitted as well?
It varies. It actually varies. M-Pox, I want you to know that M-Pox is spread by coming in contact when an infected person comes in contact with an uninfected person. So if an infected sexual partner comes in contact with an uninfected sexual partner, there's every likelihood that it will be transmitted because it's by contact. It's
all right. So what are the diagnoses of this M-Pox?
Diagnosis, we have the various types of diagnosis. We have the rapid test diagnosis. And then
what you call you said the rapid.
Yes, these are just there are some small little, like now the world has been able to produce some quick diagnostic tools that you can just take your blood and check. Yes, those kits. Yes. Then you have it's good you go to your doctor if you start feeling something. It's important for us to know that there are two types of the M-Pox, the clad 1 and clad 2. Clad 1 is for places like East Africa and South Africa and Central Africa, like where you have Congo, DR and all that. Then the clad 2 is the one in West Africa, and the clad 2 is what was more popular right now. So those are issues.
So we know that clad 1, clad 2
is by test. Is by the test.
Okay, through the test we're able to know this is clad 1,
clad 2 of the pox.
Okay.
Then this is now at the stage of treatment. You've gone for diagnosis and all that.
Okay.
So, but right now also the clad 1.
This one more serious than the other.
Yes, the clad 1 is actually more
Serious.
pathogenic than the clad 2.
Okay.
Yes, but the treatment or the resolution level is still very high, but
Wow.
that of clad 2 is much better. Healing is almost 99% for those that have M-Pox from the clad 2. So clad 1 is much more pathogenic than clad 2, but they are not. It's not a very peculiar.
So what is the treatment for this M-Pox?
Well, treatment
How do
is.
I get myself cured in case I'm infected?
Yeah, you just have to manage the treatment. You go to your doctor. You can be using, if you're having the lesions on the skin, you have very good ointments that you can use on the skin. Then you take supportive treatments.
How long does this treatment
It
probably
varies.
last?
It varies on your immune
It can last
status.
for like 3 months?
No,
In a period of 2 months?
It
or
depends. It all
thereabouts?
depends, but it could be shorter than that. It could be shorter than that. So you need to take your multivitamins seriously. Your eating should be,
On a high
proteinous
side now.
food,
Okay.
yeah, good
Proteinous, yeah.
diets, so that you can build up the amino acids for healing. Then you have multivitamins that you can take, vitamin C and all that.
You can also as well include injection, probably.
Yes, depending, as I
also.
said, yes, you go pain relieving drugs, there are various, so you will just be managed on the general note, while the lesions will be treated with ointments.
Well, how
good
fast do you
ointments.
think that is imposed when the infected person come in contact with it? How fast with the treatment and all that? How fast do you think that the infected person can be treated and built back again
it will
to work
depend. It will
to your
depend.
various purposes?
It will depend on your immune status, but it shouldn't take you more than 2-3 weeks. You get
Wow.
resolved. Yes, it shouldn't take you more than 2-3
Anyway,
weeks.
I'm
you
not
can
praying for
come out.
anybody to get infected.
Yeah.
So, on the final notes, Doctor, what do you have to tell the people that are watching you right now on this program?
Okay. To each and every one of our viewers, it's very important you take your health seriously. Talking about M-Pox, we shouldn't look at it that it's the white man that is talking more about M-Pox. M-Pox is a global issue. So if you see anything, say something. So anytime you feel uncomfortable, you notice something funny in your system, you notice any boil or anything around your system or your body, your body very well, report to the nearest clinic or your nearest doctor available, and always have yourself properly checked. M-Pox is not a license to death. If you're diagnosed with M-Pox, just know that you are lucky to be told on time. Treatment will be immediate and you can go back to work as much as possible.
Wow.
And then as much as possible, also just preventive measures. Be careful where you go to. Always wash your hands when you go out and come back. When you shake people, always try to sanitize your hands. Just always take the normal hygienic levels to the higher level, and you will remain protected from monkeypox.
Okay, you've all heard it from the doctor. Get yourself diagnosed, go for treatment, and don't forget, health is very, very important. We're ending this show at this moment. Till we meet again, keep watching Healthy Living. I'm Blessing Chima, and
I am Dr. Chimat.